Namaskar to my viewers and listeners. I am Dr. Priyanka Suryavanshi, working as Assistant Professor in Department of Home Science at Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti Language State Government University. So this presentation is related to the paper Infant Stimulation being taught in MA second semester, Department of Home Science, Human Development and Family Studies. So this presentation is related to socio-emotional development during the phase of infancy and language development that takes place during the phase of infancy. Socio-emotional development during the phase of infancy. Erickson's psychosocial theory tells about 8 stages of psychosocial development, and successful completion of one stage ensures further development. So successful completion of every stage is important. Thus, the first psychosocial stage, which is called as trust versus mistrust, will be discussing about this phase in this presentation. So this is a very important phase of infancy in which the basic foundation of we should say emotional development, social development, for example, the basic trust which is very important for relationship is being formed. So that is the importance of this phase, which is called as trust versus mistrust. In this stage, Erickson stresses the importance of developing bond of trust between primary caregiver and infant. If the needs and wants of infant are met on time and adequately, then they start trusting their environment and relations. In contrast, if needs are not fulfilled, they develop distrust and insecurity towards environment and caregivers. So basically what we want to say is that let us take small examples to understand this. If the basic needs, for example, the infant is crying for milk and he or she is hungry, so as the infant expresses the discomfort, the primary caregiver is expected to immediately attend the infant and soothe the infant. Maybe it is a need of milk, the infant is hungry, or it would be the need of just carrying the baby, and the baby just wants warmth, affection and to be held. So even if the baby is crying for that, the parent is expected to immediately pick up the child and soothe the child. When we discuss about socio-emotional development, often the observation is that the parent may not be even knowing, or unknowingly we can say negligence and ignorance is being faced by the infants. Let's take Indian society. Still we have the patriarchal system in our society, and often the mothers, the primary caregivers of infants, are overloaded with household works. Still the parenting responsibilities are whole soul on the mother. So with all that overloading of work, often the care and concern that an infant require is overlooked. Let's take a very small example. Suppose the mother is washing clothes, or maybe washing dishes. So often that psychology exists that if the child is crying for milk, or maybe is discomfort with a wet nappy, or is just willing for affection and love, or to be held, the mother thinks, let me complete this work and then go and attend the baby. And often this duration of just finishing the work and attending the baby prolongs. So here these small things matter. An infant, when is crying or is discomfortable, it is expected that immediate attention is needed, because when we immediately pick the infant, that bond of trust develops. The infant feels when I'm crying or I'm in discomfort, people around me would come and comfort me. So that trust on the relationship that a primary caregiver and infant a whole becomes strong and good. So that is very important, that immediate concern to that infant is given whenever needed. But due to these small things, for example, you have to be engaged in a work, or we just feel that after a while we'll attend, nothing makes much difference in that. So all these things hamper the development of trust. When this ignorance or negligence is repeated, then the infant starts developing mistrust on the primary caregiver or relationships, and what effect we have. As per Erickson, when we move to the other stages of socio-emotional development, every stage is linked. So when the first foundation stage is not developed properly and the infant develops mistrust, then the further substages also gets disturbed. And as we move to adulthood, it is said that in adult relationship also, that insecurity on relationship, that mistrust on relationship is being observed in the adulthood. So this is the foundation years, that is the infancy. The first stone of trust has to be built up during this phase, and that is the importance of this phase, and we call it trust versus mistrust. So that should be taken care of, as it would ultimately impact the future relationships of your child. So this phase is very important from that perspective, that the primary caregiver, first of all, we have to change the environment of family. Mother is not whole and sole responsible for the children. So everyone should contribute for the bringing up of the infant or children. So that support and encouragement, if we give to the mother, that would certainly impact the healthy development, growth, and care of the infant. So that is what is required. So let's discuss language development during infancy, that is 0 to 2 years. So we would say the first step of language development is crying. As the infant is born, it is crying that is we hear, and it is very important also from the perspective that with the first cry, the breathing process starts, and also the fluids filled in the lungs or the respiratory tract, it helps in taking out that. So it is very important part during the birth process, that after birth crying should take place. And after that process, crying also becomes the first step of communication between parents, caregivers, environment, and the infant. So we could say that from 0 to 2 months, it is crying through which the infant communicates to its environment, whether the infant is hungry, or he or she is discomfortable with the nappy, or is having a sort of pain, any sort of pain in the body, or needs warmth and affection. For everything, he or she cries, and we as parents, we as caregivers respond to that crying. So that first step of development of language development is crying, that is 0 to 2 months. And then from 2 to 3 months, we start hearing sounds which we term as cooing. These sounds are produced due to the rubbing of the vocal cords. As the child starts playing with the uh, vocal cords and tries to take out some certain sounds, that sounds are termed to as cooing. And after this, around 3 to 4 months, we start hearing verbal consonant sounds. For example, ma, pa, ka, da. Even in the Hindi letters, these letters could be heard from the infants in the form of ma, ka, pa, da. Then after that, around 5 to 6 months, we start hearing babbling. Babbling in that it starts with taking out lots of bubble, and the child starts imitating, watching elders, how their lip movements. Often when parents interact with them, around 8 to 9 inches closer should be there from their face, when they are able to see you and try to imitate the lip movements and all. And slowly that consonants get mixed with the vowel sounds, and instead of ma, ka, ba, da, babies start speaking ma, ka, ba, da. So that is what we call as babbling. So it starts from 5 to 6 months of age. Then coming to 7 months, it imitates musical sounds as animal voices. It is a phase of language development, and really the parents' role is very important. When we have conversation with the child, we talk a lot to the infant, maybe in the form of stories, or just having a normal conversation, which we feel make no sense to the infant, but the infant takes it as a stimulation and tries to copy your facial expressions, and even that sound stimulates the infant. So it is a very important phase, and one should have that verbal stimulation with the infant, and it helps in language development. So while the infant is of 7 months, they start emitting musical sounds like of animals. For example, cow says moo moo moo. So all that musical sounds, the child addresses that, uh, has hears them with concentration, and even tries to imitate those sounds. So if it asks the child how does the dog barks, or how is cat sound looks like. So the child starts interacting with the parent and responding to these sounds. 8 months starts relating adults' conversation to things and reactions. So while the infant is of 8 months, they start relating adults' conversations to things and actions. For example, if we say mum to water, the child starts understanding whenever we say mum, it means water, or whatever words we put for certain. For example, there is a sibling and we call the name of the sibling, the child starts understanding that this name is for that particular person. So that relationship with the words and things starts developing as the child is of 8 months. By age 12, infant starts using 2 3 words as putting them together, and for example, mama, dada. So from that babbling or just consonant and vowel sounds, they move to words of 2 3 letters, for example, mama or dada. Around age 12 months, receptive language is much more than the expressive language. That is, maybe the infant is not able to speak many words, but it understands a number of words. And we don't have idea, but really the infant has a lot of vocabulary as per receptive language is concerned. Maybe the infant won't be able to speak, but when you give a direction that go and pick up that, or give me that particular toy, the infant starts understanding that what the words which you are saying or speaking, that belongs to which thing or person. So that receptive language develops more faster and more strong comparing to the expressive language by the age of 12 months. 18 to 24 months, language becomes more sophisticated. Words used for complete sentences, then 2 3 words put together to make sense, called telegraphic speech. So maybe the infant won't be using the verbs, noun, or the grammatically properly formed sentences, but they start putting 2 3 words together to make a complete sentence in their own way. For example, uh, mama dudu, or mama milk. So they mean that the mother should come and provide milk to them. Or if they love someone, so they may say that Minnie loves Mona. They won't say the complete word, but they may say love Mona. So they start using 2 3 words to represent a full sentence, and we often call it as telegraphic speech. By 20 to 24 months, around 50 to 100 words come in their vocabulary, and they become familiar to it. They start using them, and this is how the language development takes place during the phase of infancy. These are the references. One could go through it for further informations and suggested readings. And also, as I told earlier, also the Child Development book by Laura E. Burke is a very good book as per understanding of socio-emotional development or language development, and even other developments of infancy stage is considered. So that book can be referred as suggested reading by the students. Thank you.